We are here in Demon FM's control room for our coverage of Handmade Festival 2014. It's the brilliantly talented Matt Henshaw. We're going to be chatting to Matt in a very short while, but first off, he's going to kick us off with his song Always in the Way. So over to you, Matt.
Thank you very much. You said you'd been here before, but the path you take you're never sure. And you say you want him more and more. Well, my door is always open if you need a helping hand. Got some words here to guide you. There's always something, always in the way. There's always something, always in the way. You sailed off to a distant shore to find an ocean clear and pure. And you say you're loving more and more. Well, my door is always open if you need a helping hand. Got some words here to guide you. There's always something, always in the way. There's always something, always in the way. Try and you still fail. Cry and you cry, hear a wail. Well, my door is always open if you need a helping hand. Got some words here to guide you. There's always something, always in the way. There's always something, always in the way. You said you'd been here and seen it all and done it all before, but the path you took you're still not sure. And you say you're wanting and you're loving and you need him more and more. Well, my door is always open if you need a helping hand. Got some words here to guide you. There's always something, always in the way. 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 There's always something, always in the way.
Thank you very much, Matt. That was excellent. That sounded great.
Thank you very much.
Right, so you're performing at Handmade Festival. This is why you're here with us today. Performing at Handmade on the 2nd of May, isn't it? On Friday.
Friday the 2nd of May.
The first day. What venue are you performing at?
I'm going to be at the Cookie.
The Cookie Jar. Have you performed there before?
Yeah. I do a monthly night at the Cookie. Third Friday of every month I play at the Cookie. So yeah, it's nice. It's going to be with Charlotte Carpenter and Mahalia as well. Sort of the resident Cookie acts. We're all going to be doing one night together.
Do you, and this resident night, you said it was the third Friday of every month.
Third Friday of every month. Yeah.
That was it. That's the plug. Third Friday of every month.
Matt
If you guys
Henshaw
didn't hear that,
Cookie.
one more time. Are they solo shows as well, or do you do?
They're solo shows, and then I get sort of guest acts along, and looking to get some decent acts coming up. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I know you said you're from Nottingham, but you gig a lot. Have you moved to Leicester now, haven't you?
Yeah, I now live in Leicester. Yeah.
How long have you lived in Leicester for?
Since last summer, really, and then started sort of coming out gigging, having quit my job at Leicester University last July.
What did you do at Leicester University?
I was a research assistant.
In what were you researching?
Sustainability and computer science, and it was as dull as it sounds.
I was going to say.
So
I was about to say that's not.
That's
not
why
quite
I'm here.
Not quite the exciting answer I was looking for.
No, yeah.
So when you were, how long have you been playing music? Were you researching, like, what was it, sustainability? I can't remember it. Was that boring?
Sustainability, yeah.
Yeah, researching sustainability, and you thought, this is rubbish. I'm going to just throw out the window,
it was nice,
pick up a
but
guitar.
it just weren't for me. There's other people who are sort of more suited to that endeavour than I. Music was a calling.
Did it start from there? Was it something you started a lot earlier on?
I did. I've played music since I was a wee nipper and been in bands and sort of done stuff, but now it's a bit serious. This is life. It's do or die, now or never.
It's not quite university, but did you go to university yourself?
Went
or
to university, yeah.
was that in Nottingham or
Leicester University, yeah.
and then you ended up back there? It's
I
kind of like
ended
come a
up back
complete
there,
circle, yeah.
I went to Leicester and did my BA, did a master's up at the university in Nottingham, and then the only place I could get a job was back at Leicester University.
That's all right. Maybe they did. Were you welcome with open arms, like returning or whatever?
Yeah, it was lovely, yeah.
So no one was sort of going, "Oh, look who's back! It's Matt again."
No,
you remember
no,
Matt,
no.
don't you?
I was quite a quiet student, got on with it.
You weren't a troublesome scamp in your uni days.
I won awards.
You won awards? What awards did you win?
Highest overall achievement for my BA.
Really,
in my year.
What was your BA that you did?
It was film studies and the visual arts.
So not quite music. Was that? Were you
Not
playing?
quite. I've not done any music since I was 21.
Were you playing music at university, or was it?
Not really. No, not at all.
So you weren't gigging. I mean, when did you first pick up a guitar then? Obviously, you said from when you were young, but
yeah, when I was small. When I saw a Strongbow advert with Deep Purple on it, and I wanted to make that noise.
you wanted to play the was it the Smoke on the Water
Yeah.
riff? Is it? Can you still play that?
Yeah.
Go on, can we hear a bit of Smoke on the Water? Don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but. Nice. I just wanted to prove it. I mean, it is very easy riff to play. Anyone can play it.
Super simples.
Yeah.
I can
Not
teach
to put-
everyone in the room.
Not to put you down about it or anything about it, but how old were you when you first learned that riff then?
Don't know. 9.
And just and just from there, it just all sort of kicked off, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, say when you went to university, did you not gig a lot there? Was it something?
No, I just
or the visual arts just too gripping.
I was in a band from sort of college through to being 21, and the sort of all the cliches of sex, drugs, and rock and roll took their toll, and I wanted to get away from it from 21, and then managed it until I was 25. So I did 4 years kind of musicless, and then yeah, just seemed better than being at university, being in an office or being on a building site or working behind a bar or in a restaurant. The things that I'd done. Music just was the thing to do.
Yeah, and then you moved to Leicester. What do you like about Leicester? Is there something particularly in the music scene that you really enjoy? Or?
Yeah, I like the music scene. I mean, you can go out every night of the week and there's something on. There's loads of sort of people who are lovely and warm and receptive and involved in the music scene. So it is a nice place to be, and it's geographically located very conveniently for the rest of the country.
It is. You can get down to London. You got Birmingham.
Yeah, I had a look on my all my dates coming up, and it's like a little sort of wiggly line around the M1 and Leicester in the middle. So it's nice.
This isn't a geography show. If anyone is just listening to this, this is music. It's a lot more exciting than we're making it sound right away. In fact, I think we probably should stop geography talk because I'm going to let you play another song now. You're going to play a new song for us, aren't you?
Yes.
Going to play a Blossom, isn't it?
Blossom, yeah, for the springtime.
And it's a lovely day outside. It may not be a lovely day when you're listening to this or watching this, but if it is sunny, then crank up your speakers because this is Matt Henshaw with Blossom.
Thank you very much. Blossom falling, the start of the spring. Blossom fading as summer begins. Just like you, ahead of the curve. Just like me, I don't know what I'm worth. And I call your name. Blossom, my dame. Blossom, my baby. Summer rose, yeah, it grows and it grows. And the thorns down there by your side. Summer breeze, yeah, it blows and it blows. You can look, but I know where I hide. And I call your name. Blossom, my dame. Blossom, my baby. Autumn leaves blow in the breeze. Winter comes and summer does cease. Change of seasons like changing of time. You can look, but I know I hide. And I call your name. Blossom my day. Blossom my babe. Blossom my day. Blossom my
Lovely stuff. That was very summery for a beautiful day. Now that was Blossom. The first track performed, Always in the Way as well. They're off your, you say they're off your upcoming EP, aren't they?
Forthcoming June.
That's coming out in
June.
June. Yeah. But I think it was. Am I right in saying it's earlier this year? You released your It Ain't Easy / My Life EP, didn't you?
Yes.
Earlier
Yeah,
this year.
March 5th, my mum's birthday.
Oh, was that? Did you get her as a present?
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's a real cop out. You should have got her a better present than that.
She loved it. She's had 20 presentless years also.
So instead of making up for the presentless years, you got her your EP, which presumably you probably had a copy of for free.
Well, yeah.
Did you at least dedicate a song on the EP to her? Or
all of it, the whole lot, everything I ever do dedicated to my mum.
Well, that's all right then, as long as her name's in the footnotes or something, it's fine. But yeah, tell us about the EP, because it's it does sound. I've been listening to it for the last few days. It is a really nice sounding EP, like very sort of relaxed and chilled, and I could tell because you said you did the whole rock and roll lifestyle. I can tell you've kind of moved away from that a bit. What's the sort of EP about?
Yeah, well, it's kind of being in a band that was quite rocky and bluesy, and then sort of coming out again up against the world with an acoustic guitar. But sort of since doing the band stuff and stopping drinking as well was a big thing for me. It's kind of made me get into what I listened to before when I was a kid. And that was all sort of soul music and blues music and gospel music and stuff like that. So that's kind of where all the new influence comes from. And just songwriting. Like listen to a lot of sort of Lennon and McCartney again, and Ray Davies and all the sort of classic 60s songwriters.
Or McCartney Lennon if Paul would have it his way.
Yeah, whichever way they wish.
Which way would you put it, McCartney Lennon or Lennon McCartney? It's a real decision about who you rate higher.
Well, in terms of songwriting, I'd rate Paul McCartney higher, but Lennon and McCartney is alphabetical and it rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
McCartney Lennon, Lennon McCartney. Yeah, I'd say McCartney Lennon, but
really,
that's only because John isn't alive to defend himself. So maybe he might make some good points where he's still here with us.
I don't think. Well, yeah, to get sort of geeky about it, the first album was McCartney Lennon, and then it switched just at sort of the hands of the publishers. No real reason, and there's still no real reason behind it now. It's kind of like it's almost like the Oasis Blur thing. It's a bit of a futile.
It's a bit of a blurred line. If you'll, I thought that was a pretty good pun. Thank you. Don't laugh too hard. You'll be laughing later. It's fine. Oh. Anyway, because you said the EP was inspired by sort of soul music. You got a song called "In the Presence of the Lord" on it. What Lord are you referring to?
There is. I'm not a particularly religious person, but it was sort of I don't know. It was kind of not really a dream, because I don't really dream, but just
you
the
don't.
idea.
Whoa! Let's just backtrack that. You don't dream.
Not that I know of. No.
Who doesn't dream?
Matt Henshaw. He doesn't do it. Just goes to sleep, wakes up.
Matt Henshaw doesn't dream.
Past.
There's your soundbite for this whole interview. Matt Henshaw doesn't dream.
Not
what
exactly
a great
Martin
headline.
Luther King, am I?
That would be a much less interesting speech.
I haven't had a dream.
Yeah, I don't dream. That's all, guys. You'd be terrible if you were marching on Washington.
I'd be alright. I think I'd have a lot of things to say to them. But no, yeah. So it was kind of just an imaginary thing of actually, if you did get to any pearly gates or whatever is up there or after this, what have you got to sort of show for yourself? And all you've got is what you've got in your hands. And when I'm singing and playing the song, I've got my guitar in my hands. So it's essentially like, this is it. This is what I've got. In the presence of the Lord, all you hold in your hands is all that you need.
So it's kind of like a literal metaphor in a way. If those two words can go together, I'm not sure if they can. I'll have to think about that later. But
it's what shall we say? If we make it sound really wordy, I've got degrees. It's an
Okay.
allegorical, quasi-religious epic.
Ballad. Epic ballad.
Yeah, a bit of a ballad.
Yeah. And also in the EP as well, the song "Play the Game." There's a line from it that I just wanted to pick out. It's I wonder if you could play it for me. Let's hear it for Torval and Dean. You know the line I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Can you just play it just so we can hear it?
Well, let's hear it for Torval and Dean, and let's play the music loud.
That's the one. That's the one. But I mean, like, why Torval and Dean? Are you big fans of figure skating or?
No, because they're from Nottingham.
Are they?
The song is about Nottingham and obviously where I'm from. And to get deep again, I know you like getting deep. It's sort of about how outside influences have come into a city like Nottingham, or it could be Leicester or any other in this country, and namely American kind of influences have come into a city and removed their original essence. So there's things in it like sort of the Major Oak, Torval and Dean, Meadow Lane.
So it's like
references.
celebrating what is
Yeah,
sort of what's great about where you live or where you're from.
yeah.
All that stuff. Oh, brilliant. Can you figure skate? Just out of curiosity.
No, I've only
Never
been
tried it?
skating once, and I just kept falling over, and I was always scared about people slicing my fingers off. I don't know if that's an actual thing, but
No, it can happen if
Yeah.
you're not careful. You could injure someone with an ice skate. But that's got a pretty cool ice rink, Nottingham. I just remembered.
yeah,
It's got an outdoor one or an indoor. I can't remember.
outdoor one at Christmas, I think.
I need to go up to Nottingham at Christmas more often. Anyway, well, I mean, what do you do in your spare time generally? What's
Spare
downtime
time.
for Matt Henshaw?
I love getting in the garden. I like making bread, like hanging out with cats and the fish, and meditating, doing yoga, reading, watching stuff.
That is the least rock and roll lifestyle ever. That's just about as far detached as you can get from it.
I've done all my rock and roll. I don't think many people have kind of had their fill of rock and roll by 21, but I did.
I mean, I kind of think maybe to improve your street cred. I know you're happy with this this lifestyle you have now, but perhaps to improve your street cred, we could make up some crazy rock and roll antic that you do, and then people will be like, "Did you hear about that Matt Henshaw guy? He does these things. We should go see him, see if he does it on stage." I mean, if you had to make up one, like if you could think of a particularly,
I don't know what I could make up. I mean, I have done sort of things in the past and a fair few little rock and roll tales, but yeah, it's the past. I'm a very demure, relaxed fella these days.
so you don't want sort of the rock and like the people looking out for a crazy rock and roll style person at your gig.
No, I've done drunken things and thrown things out of windows and sort of tour bus tales and shenanigans, but
So-
it's just, I don't know, just doesn't-
Days gone by.
days gone by. Yeah, man.
So you want the sort of the tea drinkers, the meditators at your gig, the sort
Yeah,
of
my people.
the introspective people.
Yeah.
I've never seen. I just want to say, no one's ever done that before. My people, the tea drinkers, the yoga practices, rock and roll.
Good peoples.
Yeah. Anyway, so you've got a few gigs coming up. I'm just gonna just plug them just for you because I'm very nice. You got the Cookie. You performed the Cookie on the 18th of April, and you're going up to Derby the day. You've got a very busy month actually. You've got another festival in Derby this weekend on the 19th. Then the Hootenanny is it the Hootenanny Brixton?
Hootenanny in Brixton,
On-
that's
on the
going to be my
23rd.
first London show.
Is that your first ever London show? Are you excited?
Yeah, should be alright.
Do you know if you've got a big fan base in London or?
There's a fair few people want to sort of come out and see me and get a CD off me, I think. So, yeah, looking forward to it, and hopefully it'll be a sort of recurring visit.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Because you've got praise from national publications as well. So, like I think the Guardian, NME have said talked about you before. So
Bits and bobs.
bits and bobs, yeah. And then of course you got a few more gigs in between that. But the main one that we're here for, you come back to Handmade on May the 2nd. What can everyone expect from it?
A Matt Henshaw set of sort of acoustic, soulful ditties.
Are you going to throw out anything special in the set at all? Just for us
Handmade?
Leicester lot? Yeah, just for Handmade.
I might do. I might have other people sort of sing with me, perhaps.
More tea drinkers as well.
Yeah. That's the mission. If there is a mission to convert everyone to tea and meditation, that's it. It's on.
That's the Matt Henshaw mission.
Yeah.
Convert everyone to tea and meditation. Well, thank you very much for coming in today, Matt. You're going to wrap up with your track off your title track off your EP. It Ain't Easy.
Yep.
Right. Well, best of luck with the shows at Handmade. Best of luck with those festivals, and guess we'll see you at the festival.
Okay, thank you very much. If only I could find the words and tell you how I felt. You know I'd take them back. All the other things I said, I'd take away the bad along with the rest, oh yes. If only I could find the words, I know your heart would melt. There's no point in looking back all around my head, looking back on all the sad, the pain of the yesterday. It's in something, something you did to me. Well, it ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Feeling like I never did before. It ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Knowing I'll feel forevermore. If only you would say the words you know I long to hear. And so much time has passed since we did the things we did. Well, I've been broke 1,000 times. I'm all alone since then. It's in something you did to me. Well, it ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Feeling like I never did before. It ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Knowing I'll feel forevermore. Everybody's heard my story. How do you think it's going to end? It's so hard to ignore these. Something you did to me. Well, it ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Feeling like I never did before. It ain't easy, no, Lord, it ain't easy. Knowing how I feel, this is how I feel forevermore. This is how I feel. This is how I feel.